students of Manila's University Belt, going downtown means a trip to CM Recto Avenue. Here they can avail of every possible service they need, from typing jobs and book binding to finding books that are long out of print. These days, Recto is also known to be a haven for the cunning and the desperate. Take a walk along downtown and can bring home a ready-made thesis or a term paper. And if the price is right, you can have any degree you want from any school on a fake diploma. For some people, earning a college degree means at least 4 years of burning the midnight oil. For others, it could mean a stroll down CM Recto Avenue. What you're about to see is an actual transaction between the man in purple and a fixer specializing in fake diplomas. Formal education is highly prized in Philippine society. These days, without a diploma, it is almost impossible to land a decent job. So in a situation where employment opportunities are scarce, how far are some people willing to go?
Naglalakad kami ng mga kabarkada ko kasi mag-a-apply kami ng trabaho. Kailangan ng background employment. So, naisipan namin sa Recto maglakad-lakad. Tapos, may mga picture doon, gumagawa ng diploma, saka transcript, yung gano'n. Nagtanong kami, tinanong kung anong school, kung graduate, saka year. Ang ano pa nga nun, 300 ang tapos matatawaran.
To qualify as a waiter in a 5-star hotel, Brandy needed a high school diploma and a certificate from a previous employer. He had neither of the two, but a trip to Recto solved that problem. Aside from this diploma, he was able to buy an employment certificate for an extra 150 pesos.
Nandun na rin, kasama na rin. Tatanong na sa'yo kung anong gusto mong pinanggalingan trabaho. Kung saan, kung kailan.
Aside from diplomas and certificates, one can also buy
transcript. Mga school. Marriage contact, pwede.
Forging school documents is becoming increasingly popular among overseas workers, especially those in the maritime profession. Records from the POEA show that applicants for seafarer registration who were caught submitting fake diplomas and certificates totaled 21 in 1994. A figure that ballooned to 90 reported incidents within the first 9 months of 1995 alone.
I think it is, the Filipino idea of taking chances, baka sakaling makalusot. So, baka naman siya, hindi nakalusot, ako makakalusot.
The use of falsified documents by private individuals is a criminal offense, punishable by imprisonment of at least 6 months and 1 day, to a maximum of 6 years. It also carries a fine not exceeding 5,000 pesos. For OCWs, it would mean being blacklisted by the POEA, then they could kiss their dreams of working abroad goodbye. Still, many are willing to stick their necks out, all on sheer desperation.
Gusto nilang makaalis gusto nilang mag-overseas. So, punta na lang ako sa Recto para makakuha ng isang certificate na nagsasabing ako yung nagtapos ng high school, or the employer says, I need your transcript of records. So, magpo-produce yan, kahit papaano magpo-produce yan dahil sa kagustuhan niya makapag-overseas talaga.
John B. Lacson Foundation is a maritime academy based in Iloilo. In spite of its considerable distance from Recto Avenue in Manila, fake diplomas from the school have found their way downtown.
As much as possible, would like to produce really quality graduates. But unfortunately, there are these unscrupulous people who manufacture diploma of our college and credential of our college, like transcript of records.
The school has gone as far as changing the design of their transcript and diploma last year. But this wasn't enough to dissuade forgery. Recently, the college filed charges against 2 Marine applicants who were caught using fake John B. Lacson diplomas.
It was the money agent who have a feel that this is a fake diploma. So they contacted us in our college, and true enough, our registrar, our administrators checked into our records, and they found out that they are not graduates of our college.
Is it really that easy to secure a fake diploma? According to our sources, fixers and forgers ply the downtown area under the guise of lamination, lettering, and bookbinding shops. They are quick to spot because they are usually fly-by-night counters, convenient for hiding the goods, especially when spotted by a television camera, as you can see from this video. To check it out ourselves, we sent our own secret agent to Recto. The man in purple is our driver. His mission, to obtain a seaman's diploma from John B. Lacson College. Watch closely as he negotiates with a sidewalk fixer.
Ay, diploma lang ba ito? Register lang ito. Makuha mo na ito ngayon. Hindi ako diploma lang ba? Wala yan.
Asked for a deposit of 100 pesos, our driver hesitated.
Lahat yan, yung nag-aaral sa John B. Lacson, sa Iloilo, pumupunta pa rito para mag-take ng mga pangalan ng mga original, secret, right? Kaya kanila nang gagaling yung original, nakukuha namin ng original. Kaya nakukuha. Walang signatory na. Napahal ko lang yan. Bago ka makipag-chika-chika, nag-deposit ka na ng makita mo.
For goodwill, the fixer even gave him a 50 peso discount. For 300 pesos, our driver became a marine engineer in just 30 minutes. At least, it said so on his diploma. Unfortunately, not even a well-crafted fake diploma can protect a worker abroad.
Ang kanyang certificate pala ay hindi totoo dahil wala naman siyang skills na kailangan sa trabaho. Papawiin din niya ng employer. And it becomes very expensive for the worker, Pero pa doon sa nakakahiya, embarrassing. Tapos sabihin na naman nila, we are a nation of cheats, We are a nation of manloloko.
The culture of cheating on academic requirements begins in school. Nanette was a working student who needed a thesis to graduate. Too busy to work on one, she opted for the easy way out. She bought one in Recto at 25 pesos per page.
Pag binasa mo talagang wrong grammar, kasi yung iba talaga, sila gumagawa, di ba magre-request ka, sila magre-research para sa'yo, wrong grammar talaga, aayusin mo siya, tapos ibibigay sa'yo minsan yung thesis nga kasi may mga butas na yung gilid. Talagang alam mong na-compile na siya before use na. Tapos ang karamihan ginagawa pa nila para kumita sila ng malaki. Nagsisingit sila ng mga blank pages or yung pages na not connected with the thesis itself. Kaya talagang kailangan pag-aralan pa para hindi ka mahuli ng professor.
Once the ready-made draft was retyped and corrected, she was able to successfully defend her thesis. Nanette says this is a common practice in her school.
Kasi una siguro, walang ganong disciplinary action sa mga students. Minsan nakakalusot sa mga professor. Minsan alam mo ibang professor. Pag ba nag-work yung student, o sige, bumili ka na lang ng thesis dyan. Ako na ang bahala. Tapos passing mark na lang ibibigay.
The Inside Story conducted a telephone inquiry with the student affairs officers of 4 colleges within the university belt. All the respondents claimed they had no existing records of students being punished for submitting plagiarized school papers. Some even remarked they were not aware of this practice.
Kalokohan yun kasi unang-una, siguro ba yung mga professor, yung mga administration doon, naglalakad along Moraita, nung makikita yun. Talagang kahit bumibili kang naman doon, makikita mo na kagad for same thesis here.
One theory here is that perhaps the problem is resolved within the classroom and is not reported to the school administration. On its part, the University of the East, which is situated right along Recto Avenue, issued a statement on the measures UE will take if an actual case is brought to its attention. The free-for-all sale of ready-made theses and term papers is more of a moral rather than a legal issue. It tells of the dwindling respect students have for formal education. It also speaks of the twisted values of enterprising people who make cheating accessible to them. 2 weeks ago, the Inside Story sent 2 staff members to Recto, posing as students looking for a thesis. In this store, they found an assortment of theses openly peddled in trays. The available papers were pegged at 50 pesos each and were being passed off as guides. Because a tailor-made thesis would take 1 week to order, our students opted for an available one. The copies are Xerox so that the original draft can still be recycled by the vendor. With this so-called guide, all the buyer has to do is retype the content and add her name to it. She may add more information too, if she wants. But the bottom line is she has done away with more than a month of research work, all for 50 pesos. A week later, we visited the store again. Kumusta po kayo? Ano ang mga binibenta nyo rito? Hindi. Ako po si Lauren Legarda sa Channel 2. Kasi gusto ko po malaman kung ano po mga binibenta nyo rito.
Second-hand book.
Second-hand books po. Aha. Kasi po may mga narinig kami na nagbebenta kayo dito ng mga term paper, ng mga diploma. Totoo ba ho yun?
Hindi ho, magpapatype lang po mga nagpapatype. Typing job lang.
So, second-hand book
Second-hand book.
at saka typing job ng mga term papers.
Oo, yung mga gawa ng mga bata. Hindi kami gumagawa.
Ito po, kasi may isang estudyante na lumapit sa akin.
Okay.
Ito po, dito raw nabili sa inyo.
Mga Xerox copy lang ho yan. Sinerox na ho yan. Tapos, bumibili sila, sineserox din. Pero at more or less, hindi sa amin galing yan. Paggawa nila yan mismo. Type na yan, tinatype namin. Ngayon, binibenta nilang Xerox. Pero hindi kami gumagawa.
Kasi po yung estudyante yung nagsumbong sa akin, sinabi po na nakabili siya ng term paper dito at tinanong po sa inyo kung nagbebenta kayo ng term paper at sinabi niyo,
Gumagawa lang, nagpapagawa lang. Kasi may mga researcher din kami. Mga
Yung
professor, mga
so may gumawa ho ng term paper sa
Sila
inyo.
ang gumawa niyan.
Hindi po.
pinaserox
Ito po,
nila.
nakatape po eh, kasi may hidden camera kami noon. At nandun po kayo at kasama niyo sa video at napanood namin. Itong term paper na to, 50 pesos at para sa eskwela. At binenta niyo po sa kanya.
Eskwela.
Oo.
Para sa eskwela, sa ano, na magbebenta kami.
Opo, nagbebenta kayo para sa
Pinagawa ko
eskwela.
nila yan.
Hindi, nasan ba yung estudyante? Okay.
Alam ko, mas
Oo,
okay.
nagsabi ka sa akin that you bought this term paper here. Ang mga shop na ito ay nagbebenta ng term paper. Alam ba yun labag sa batas yan?
Ngayon, ang sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ko gawa yan. Ngayon, kung gusto mo, magpa-xerox ka na lang. Ngayon, nag-isip siya sa akin na, o sige, xerox na lang. Pero yung ako, merong nagpagawa yan. Kukuha lang ako ng idea. So, para sa kapakanan ng estudyante, para hindi na siya daw mag-bother, bumili siya ng maraming libro. So, yun ang inano ko sa kanya, in-advise ko sa kanya. Dahil kung you tell the truth. Dahil kami, hindi kami, in good faith kami. Tumutulang lang kami sa mga estudyante, ha? Ngayon, ang sabi ko sa kanya, kung gusto mo, magpapagawa kang malaking halaga. Ngayon, gusto mo magkaroon ka ng idea, bumili ka na lang ng Xerox
So sinasabi
copy.
po ninyo, pwede magpagawa ang estudyante ng
Oo,
term paper
pwede,
dito,
dahil
magkano?
kung papagawa siya 10 pesos per page. Ngayon, hindi kami gumagawa. Ini-endorse ko lang sa iba.
So pwede pa rin magpagawa ng term paper.
Oo, pero-
10 pesos per page.
Per page ang pagawa.
So yung mga kunyari,
Halimbawa,
estudyante ako sa
oo.
UP at meron akong term paper tungkol sa MASCOM
Oo.
at tinatamad akong gumawa, may pera ako.
Oo.
Babayad ako sa inyo 10 pesos per page, gagawa kayong term
Pero
paper.
not exactly like na the way na pwede mong gawin sa eskwela. That is only an idea. Idea lang ng estudyante yun, hindi papasa yun sa eskwela. That is only for guidelines.
So
nila.
inaamin po ninyo na nagbebenta kayo ng term paper, 10 pesos per page.
Oo,
Nagpapagawa.
Nagpapagawa.
So inaamin po niyo yan, nagpapagawa kayo 10
Nagpapagawa,
pesos per
pero
page.
hindi ko inaamin na ako gumagawa. I'm
Hindi,
not really
hindi.
doing
Alam ko, hindi ko
that.
sinasabi sa'yo.
Ako, ang tinda ko lang is second hand
Ayun,
book. Yes.
gusto ko lang ho iklaro.
Ah.
Nagbebenta kayo second hand book,
Ah.
pero inaamin po nyo, pwede kayong
Pwede silang
magpagawa
Pero,
10 pesos per page
10 pesos per page.
at tapos yung term paper, kunyari 20 pages, 10 pesos times 20
Tama
pages,
o mali yung gagawin
Oo.
ng estudyante, that is
That
gamble
is,
sa kanila.
exactly.
Only an idea.
itong binili mo, ano ito?
Ito na. Ikaw, siya eh.
Oo.
Ito pinili mo. Pumili siya dyan.
Iba-ibang klaseng term paper dito.
Ano ho ito mga ito?
That is sample. Ngayon, kung magpapagawa sila, ganyan ang idea. That is a guideline.
So inaamin po ninyo na sample ito, pwede magpagawa ng similar dito. Ng parang,
example
Oo,
of that.
example
Not
nga.
exactly like that. Because meron ng may mga may-ari yan eh. Lots of the years na eh. That is ngayon.
sino ho ang gumagawa ng mga ito?
That's confidential. May mga professor na gumagawa, may mga that's confidential.
So parang binibili talaga ng estudyante yung grado nila, no?
Binibili. That's only getting idea.
From this experience, it is very clear that people involved in this practice have little regard for honesty or hard work. They believe that for as long as a student has money, he is free to do what he pleases.
Wala akong gumagawa ng sarili ko, hindi ko akalain may ganitong binibili ko ang grado.
These students have no mind, no utak ngayon.
Talaga?
Lot of students now.
May pera, walang utak.
May pera, walang utak.
Ang saklap naman po, no?
So they continue to cultivate a generation of cheaters.
Nagpupunta rito para bumili ng
Meanwhile, what are education officials doing about this?
The DID of the NBI, I think, is always ready to run after these people the moment they get what we call the necessary information. They did that already once, and they were successful in getting the paraphernalia. But it is easy to change paraphernalia. You can always have dry seals made. You can always have a transcript of records printed. You can always have diplomas printed, you see.
But what if forgery has found its way into vital professions like medicine or nursing? A nursing graduate who refused to be interviewed on air bought a fake PRC license because she failed the board exams in 1991. The ID which she obtained from fixers downtown cost her a whopping 35,000 pesos. But to her dismay, she never got to use it because within a few days, the letterings discolored and the verification marks got erased. She took the board again for the following year and passed. For her real license, she paid a measly 128 pesos. Board exams are created precisely to determine the competence of those engaged in sensitive professions. If even PRC licenses can be bought, what assurance do we have that some of the people we entrust our lives on are fit to do the job? This is a danger of allowing forgery to go unchecked. We will be putting lives at risk, and human life is something no amount of money can buy anywhere, not even in recto.
The forgery of academic requirements has been an open secret for many years now. Similarly, we cannot recall any serious effort to bust this racket. All our education officials need to do is take a walk downtown and they will see how the tools of higher knowledge are being peddled openly in the streets. And we wonder why the quality of our graduates is deteriorating